right, our last question is also a two-parter. What is the soul's purpose?
Mm.
What happens to us when we, quote unquote, decide to never come back as a human?
Okay, we may come back to have you remind us of that. So we want to talk about your soul's purpose first.
Okay.
So I'm just going to tell you, this was a topic that came up in my last Akashic training. And actually, I get this question a lot. And so I'm going to give you the metaphor that was handed to me years ago and the explanation about what a soul is. And then they gave me a new metaphor in class, which I just like both of them. So I'm going to give them to you. So, first of all, you can think of your soul as, we're going to call it a big canoe. Okay. Because that's what they showed me, this giant canoe. And with this giant canoe, there are many, many, many oars. Okay. Your soul is the canoe, it is the vessel, the vehicle. Your human lifetimes are the oars that are part of that vehicle. But you know, you can still exist without the oars in that vehicle, right? And so your soul is a vehicle. It's a perfectly energetic vehicle that holds, we're going to say, time and space and matter for you to reincarnate into the human lives that you've had in the past, the current one that you have, and the ones to come. It's quite perfect. We like it that we like that explanation of it. Um, so so to be clear, your soul is perfect the way it is. It's a perfect vehicle. It is your lifetimes that need the evolution. And that's why you continue to reincarnate into human after human after human after human, because we created a world, we, not just humans, we, the divine, if you want to call it that, are that higher being, those higher beings, created a world that would sustain life and have you, human life among others types of life, and would have you grow and have awareness. And the way to grow and evolve is through the experience of human lifetimes. Good, bad, ugly, horrible, beautiful, all of that whole range on that whole giant spectrum that you as humans experience. It is magnificent. And it is magnificent for us to watch as you step in the dog do, as you connect to your heart song, as you feel everything in between. It is just beautiful to watch. So that is where the evolution takes place. Humans are flawed. You will continue to be flawed. It is the joy of what makes you humans and the possibility of that evolution. Now, one of my students asked, well, if the soul's so perfect, you know, why do we need to come back? And we explained the whole concept of human evolution. And then it's like, so what happens if we decide to, we're done with that, we have fulfilled whatever we need to fulfill, and we're done being human, where do we go? What happens to our soul energy? And what they told me was that your soul, you can choose to go out into the universe and be like universal dust or gas, because we're all just energy in the end of things. Once the matter, the body, matter of that we know as the body dies, you are just pure energy. And you can simply go out and become part of the universe in that way, or you can continue on into simply being in what we'll call spirit form and be part of the higher beings that guide and inform and provide knowledge to us mere mortals. That would be sort of, we'll call it the end, is when you just remain in some form of energetic form is the only word I can come up with, right? And it's really, and you may change, your form may change over time, your energetic form. Okay, so you may be like, I've had enough of teaching. I think I'm going to go out and be dust for a while, or gas for a while out in the universe. There's intelligence to that. There is a form of its own to that. So, yeah, maybe we came from the dust, we return to the dust, right? So, and there was another metaphor that they gave me, and I loved it so much. After I said it, I had to write down where I said it in the training, and I went back this morning and wrote it down, and this is what they said. They said this goes back to the soul's purpose. The soul's purpose is to be a womb in which it holds the incubators of life. Not really sure what that means, but I liked it. I think what they mean is it's the womb where you can incubate your life, right? So it's just another way of saying, if you don't like the canoe metaphor with the oars being the lives, then your soul becomes that womb and it holds space to incubate all those new lifetimes. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Beautiful.
Believe me, I could never think of that. So I love it when they give me stuff like that. It's really fun. So let's see if there's anything more about what you become. It's very limitless. You don't have to choose, and you don't have to think about it right now, because you're human. Be human. Focus on what will help you grow intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, physically, psychically. That's what you're here to do.
Wow.
And that's the thought that we'll leave you with about that.
Okay.
All right. So I think that was it, right, Joyce?
Thank you. Yes.
So, oh, next month, well, I probably should have put this at the beginning, but hopefully somebody will see this question and they'll hear it to the end. Next month, just to let you know, I'll be in Hawaii, so I'm probably not going to channel and do this, because I really want my vacation, and part of my vacation is to not do this. But I don't know, it might change. We'll see if I decide to do that. Could happen. So this will be up in another week or so, and we might skip May, and that will be that. We'll see. But we'll be back in June for sure, one way or the other. So thank you for tuning in, Joyce. Thank you for your, as ever, wonderful emceeing and your sharing as well. I personally like that, so I appreciate that.
My pleasure. I love this.
And so until next time, we'll see you then.